What's up? Welcome back, Nostalgia. Dave here with a review of ITZY's 12th EP, Motto. ITZY back with their first release since Tunnel Vision came out last November. Since then, Yuna gave us her first solo project with Ice Cream. And most surprisingly, most out of nowhere for sure with ITZY, they've had a viral hit that came from none other than one of their past albums. Of course, That's a No-No became one of the biggest K-pop singles of the beginning of 2026. So much so to the point that ITZY was actually re-promoting and performing this song once again at the various variety and competition shows that dominate, K-pop promotions. This is a song that came out on their album back in 2020. Really cool to see that they're able to find that much success re-promoting a 6-year-old song. After the unexpected new success of That's a No-No, I was hopeful that ITZY's 12th EP, Motto, would keep that momentum going, and for the most part, I think it does. We've been talking about ITZY trying to find a sound that would work for the undeniable talent and unique charm that this group exhibits, and the recent releases have continued to be up and down. There are moments to like and moments to scratch your head at. I like the use of electronic production on the title track, Motto. This EDM lean still has more of a pop bent and stands alone to the sonics a lot of the hype groups are doing right now. With its propulsive bass, it's simply one of the best ITZY beats in some time. Motto is clearly the highlight of the 3 group tracks, but there are also 5 solo singles on this project, and they definitely give us some of the best ITZY solo material to date. I like the upbeat pocket. Frankly, I wish we heard that sound more on Yeji's previous solo effort. Jaeyoung's Undefined is really awesome. She's often been underrated and overlooked within the context of ITZY, but I think the composition of this song with these illustrious brass instruments sounds really great. But the highlight out of nowhere is Look from Ryujin, which is the banger we've always wanted from her. She has such a unique affectation and a really signature charisma that's endeared people to her for a long time. This is a great version of her doing that on a solo track. I think this song is really cool. So yeah, for an ITZY EP that's only 3 group tracks and a lot of solo material, I think this has a lot worth revisiting, and I hope ITZY keeps this momentum going. Maybe we can get another full-length album in the fall. It's been a while for them doing that. They continue to crush it with their Japanese releases whenever they come out. Those don't get nearly as much attention, but I continue to love a lot of their Japanese material. Nonetheless, yeah, I like this one quite a bit. Going through the songs a little deeper here, thinking about that song Motto, I think the vocals really fit the tempo well, and you have this propulsive bass line right away with the track. This immediately grabs your attention. The pre-chorus is solid, but I think the overall main chorus is much better. The beat really carries it. The vocals kind of have to blend into the song, but I think it really works. Glitch gives you more of an underwater drum sound at the start, unsurprisingly, with a glitchy beat. I think vocally the group is pretty fun here. There's some amusing harmonizing that the group does within the context of this, quirky beat. Ryujin's use of like a deeper register style definitely makes a nice, contrast to the other vocals on this song. And the last group track, You and I, is definitely a sparser beat, but stands out because there's this kind of like a cappella hip hop flow from Ryujin and later from some of the other members as well in other verses. And that's just a sound that's very interesting to me. That delivery style it sounds unique to ITZY. Like, I haven't really heard him do something like that before. It was a intriguing moment for sure. The beat becomes a bit more involved in the chorus, but those verse moments definitely got my attention as something a little outside the norm. And then going to the solo tracks again, Yeji's Pocket, very upbeat. I wish we had more of that energy on the Yeji solo. Yeji has, for a long time now been established as like that vocal ace, do-it-all member of ITZY, and she is at the centerpiece of most great ITZY songs, right? And her solo stuff with Air didn't quite do that for me. I would love to hear more stuff like Pocket. I love her delivery overall. I think there's some great vocal melodies here within the verses, even some fun use of auto-tune, frankly, and a really nice outro as well. It's a highlight, absolutely. Asylum, this is kind of like a stadium rock ballad from Leah. Not really my style, but I think it's a pretty good use of that genre. Like, I think it works well for what the type of song it is. As I mentioned, Look from Ryujin is just a complete banger. Ryujin's so good at that kind of aloof affectation vocally, and she does it, in spades on this song. And she pitches her vocals up at times, definitely some Charlie XCX vocal inspiration here at moments. Chorus goes hard where the bass gets even deeper. And Ryujin's vocal energy levels kind of go up and down. The vocals kind of go all over the place in the best way possible. I would love more of this from Ryujin. I hope this is the direction she would pick for her solo album whenever that happens. Chaeryeong's Undefined was just honestly a wow moment for me, just because I think the composition of this song is just really impressive. There's this like a lusciousness to that composition. Like those brass instruments, when they pop out, they really pop. Dancey song, nice tempo, quite enjoyable. And then Tangerine from Yuna, glitzy synths aside, even a nice vocal melody aside, the beat's just kind of a bit too messy on the chorus for me, and I think Yuna vocally herself, the vocals don't pop for me nearly as much. But yeah, ITZY's motto, hard not to, I think, come away from this as a success if you're an ITZY fan, if you've been wanting ITZY to get some momentum again. I think this is a good example. I think now, of course, we've said this before, when ITZY seemingly had found some successes, will they commit to this sound or will they do something else again? It's hard to be confident in either direction, so we have to wait for the next one and see if they really keep something like this going. But I'm happy with this for sure. Let me know, though, what you think of ITZY's latest EP, Motto. What song did you like the most? And for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, subscribe. And I'll see you next time.